At 5:30 in the morning, a person in a purple bathrobe snuck across my front porch like a sneaky thief in the early morning. If my bedroom light hadn't been blinking a little bit, I would have totally missed her. Linda Hensley, our neighborhood boss. Lady was hovering over my mailbox, her purse wide open as she went through my mail super carefully, like someone looking at fancy jewelry. She grabbed the important letters, stuffed them in her bag, and moved the other mail around to make it look like nothing happened. What she didn't know was that my spring flower decoration above my mailbox was hiding a camera, and that boring van parked 3 houses away had been watching her for days. This wasn't just neighbors being mean to each other. This was stealing mail from the government, and today she was about to get caught. As Linda snuck back to her perfect fancy house, pulling her bathrobe tight, I felt super excited and shocked. For months, I had been yelling and complaining about my missing mail bills, disappearing packages, gone, my credit score getting worse from payments I never even saw. Everyone said I was being crazy, but watching Linda's sneaky routine through my window blinds, I knew I had been right. The mail detective in the van was already talking on his radio. In a few minutes, Linda's perfect life was going to fall apart on her beautiful lawn. 3 months ago, Sarah Mitchell moved to Crestwood Estates after getting a cool PR job at a new company downtown the I. Neighborhood looked amazing. Perfect cut grass matching mailboxes, suburban paradise straight out of a magazine. The house seller said the active neighborhood group was a good thing. Lawn care events, house values going up she didn't tell me about. Linda Hensley, trouble started in my first week. I was waiting for my new bank card, a work contract, my last paycheck. They never came. The post office promised mail got to my house every day. The bank said they definitely sent the card my boss had to send the contract by computer, which was embarrassing. Then bills stopped showing up. My electric company called about money I owed for a bill I'd never even seen. Same thing with internet, car insurance, even a speeding ticket I'd forgotten about. By the second month, my credit report was a disaster. Late payments piling up. I kept checking my mailbox, hoping to catch the mail person. That's when Linda showed up. She stood in her driveway, big sun hat and perfect gloves, not doing yard work, just watching me like a hunting animal. Late 50s, gray hair, perfect posture, stiff like a military person. Her house was like a show house, flowers lined up like soldiers' trash cans perfectly placed. She walked over with a cold smile, telling me she was the neighborhood group president, giving me a thick rule book. She called it community rules. It was like a crazy person's rule book. Curtain colors, grass height, holiday decorations, mailbox placement. Linda stressed it was her job to make sure everyone followed the rules, pointing out problems with my stuff. A welcome mat 1 inch in the wrong place. A plant pot not on the approved list. I promised to fix things, but her I keep an eye on. Everyone scared me soon. Her watching became too much. She appeared whenever I was outside complaining about my grass length, where my car was parked, my door decoration color. Meanwhile, my mail problems got worse. I kept track of things I was expecting, bills, packages, letters. Most never showed up, though. Junk mail. Still came. The mail person's weird schedule made it hard to catch them one Saturday doing yard work. I met Mr. Thompson, an old neighbor. He gave me a package delivered to his house by mistake, mentioning he'd seen Linda at my mailbox early in the morning, thinking she was being helpful. His words made it click. Linda knew everyone's daily routines, felt like she could mess with things because of her neighborhood group job. I called the post office, reaching mail detective agent Alvarez. He listened, carefully noting that stealing mail is a federal crime and neighborhood group leaders sometimes mess with mail. He suggested a trap if I would help. I agreed. Ordering a camera that looked like a flower decoration delivered to my work, it turned on when things moved and sent videos to a secure website. Days 1 to 3 showed nothing. Just the mail person neighbor's Linda, walking around. Day 4 at 5:45 in the morning. She did it casually, going through my mail, putting bills in her pockets, moving the rest around. Anger boiled up as I watched it live at work. I sent Alvarez the video. "This is perfect," he said. "Planning a trap with special marked mail and a fake package that we could track. Perfect evidence. We planned it for the next week." Watching vans in place, I barely slept, wondering why Linda, a respected community person, would risk serious crimes. Was it about control or something worse? Tuesday? The marked letters and fake package arrived. Wednesday was quiet. I worried Linda figured out our trap. Alvarez told me to be patient. Thursday, 5:30 in the morning, my phone went off. Linda in her bathrobe was going through my mailbox, grabbing the marked mail and fake package, even taking extra mail to hide what she was doing as she snuck. Away the van moved. Minutes later, yelling came from her front porch. I got dressed watching from my living room. Linda, surrounded by agents, was freaking out, pointing wildly. An agent held the marked mail and fake package, reading her legal rights. Another one took pictures of her, shocked in her bathrobe. The woman who'd messed up my life was trapped. Neighbors came out. Mr. Thompson stared. A family watched by 700 in the morning. Alvarez told me what happened. Linda was arrested searching. Her house found a basement full of stolen mail organized by address. Going back years, she'd been stealing from multiple neighbors, claiming she was watching for dangerous mail. But the evidence proved she was lying. Others soon reported missing mail. Late fees, lost medical results, stopped Social Security checks. News broke within hours. Linda's arrest photo was all over TV. Her neighborhood group leadership exposed as a criminal operation. The neighborhood group's emergency meeting was crazy. Board members who didn't know apologized, kicking Linda out and calling for new elections. Residents complained Linda had ignored their mail complaints and bullied them with rules. One neighbor was angry she stole mail while lecturing about following rules. We voted for secure community mailboxes and limited board power. The Postal Service apologized, fixing my credit and removing fees. Alvarez said, Linda admitted guilt, facing 3 years fines and paying people back. Her basement showed a 2-year criminal operation boxes, spreadsheets, stolen tax papers, medical records, letters. She targeted bills to hide her stealing, using neighborhood group meetings to learn people's routines. Worse, she sold Social Security numbers and bank information to identity theft criminals, making the charges worse. To wire fraud and conspiracy, FBI joined, finding $200,000 in damages plus identity theft losses. Linda's diary legally taken, exposed. Her twisted thinking. Early entries said stealing was helping careless neighbors, but later ones bragged about having control, targeting me as easy prey based on my schedule and cheap car. Her selfishness, her psychiatrist said, drove her to control people without feeling bad, even after arrest. The neighborhood group faced lawsuits for not watching properly. Temporary president Mrs. Lin, a retired librarian, pushed for changes, background checks, limited terms, outside reviews. Property values went up as buyers saw we were alert. Mailbox cameras stopped theft and solved other crimes. Linda's house sold fast. She wanted to run away, but prison was coming. Sentencing was coming, with prosecutors wanting 4 years because she broke people's trust. Her $300 Irozuro in illegal money was taken for victims. Her diary, partially hidden, became police case studies. Her case helping mail detective training and neighborhood group reform discussions. Neighbors became friends, a watch program bringing unity. Linda's downfall, captured in her handcuffed porch scene, proved no one's above the law. Her control obsession created a stronger community, one she'd never rule again. Where are you from? Comment still standing if you'd fight like me.